We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, Stefan Diddy is clearly trolling Cardi B or confessing to cheating on her after previously saying that he did not want to be in a relationship with Cardi B, which we previously discussed. He made a post about not wanting to be in a relationship on his Finsta a few days ago. He posted a meme that said, "Texted my wife, she gone, come over now." And he said, "F around and get shot." And we know how violent Cardi B can be, considering that she beat up off the cheats mistresses. Well, hired someone to throw bottles at them. Then Stefan Diddy posted on his Finsta, "Texting my Latina wife, Cardi B, hey hun, leaving now, be there soon, baby." Also alluding to cheating, and said F around and get shot again. Now, for those wondering, how do we know if it's Stefan Diddy's Finsta? He said, "A nigga with a Finsta just gives a dog with a block." Okay, so he's kind of admitting that he has a Finsta account. Unfortunately, the fans have found out about it. And if you look on the page, it's mostly Stefan Diddy pictures. So a lot of celebrities have Finstas. My whole thing is he better make sure Cardi B don't act crazy and, you know, throw bottles to the other baby mamas that he have. Okay, we saw what happened to off the cheat side pieces. You better be careful, Stefan Diddy. Okay, you making memes and joking about cheating and not really want to be in a relationship. And I can see Cardi B hiring men to throw bottles at his side pieces or baby mamas like she did with Off the Cheat. Okay, because I don't think she can take another humiliation. Now, moving on from that, the New York Times published an unranked list of the 30 greatest living American songwriters voted on by over 250 music insiders and 6 New York Times critics. Okay, now Camel Face is at the number 1 spot because he bought it. Now I know it says it's unranked, but he should not be first. Okay, let's be very clear. And then they got Young Thug. Oh, hell no. Thugger is not, it shouldn't even be on the list. How you gonna have Thugger and not Nicki and Champagne Thickums? We got the king of rap, Kendrick. I agree. Outkast, I definitely agree with. Missy, I agree with. The Queen of Christmas, I agree with. The Dream, I agree with. Bad Bunny, okay. Babyface, I agree with. Stevie Wonder, I agree with. Nile Rodgers, I agree with. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, I agree with. Smokey Robinson, yes. Lionel Richie, yes. The Charter Obsessed Racist, no. Lana Del Rey, yes. Dolly, yes. Bob Dylan, yes. Bruce Springsteen, yes. Paul Simon, Carole King, Willie Nelson, and Diane Warren are also on the list. Young Money is completely missing. Obviously, Champagne Thickums, Nicki and Wayne are not on the list. Not surprising. But also, Queen B is not on the list either. That's also something very interesting, which, you know, Camel Face tried to give her props in regards to writing, but she did not get acknowledged because usually she got like 20 writers on one song. Now, the thing is, a lot of people are calling out Camel Face for basically sunning Champagne Thickums. Some people feel like he's throwing shade at Nicki. I think is more definitely towards Champagne Thickums. In his New York Times interview, he said, "If you're trying to make young music and you're not young, it's gonna be inauthentic, and people can feel that. I love what the Clips are doing right now and how it's authentic to them." Okay, now here's the thing. I think Camel Face and Queen B are hypocrites. I love Beyonce, but y'all try to make young music as well. Didn't Camel Face put out a song called Forever Young at 40? Okay, like how you forever young and you look like you 70 currently. Okay. Also, Beyonce, she be making twerking music still and she pushing 50. Didn't she say twerk it like a thotty, twerk it like a thotty on Church Girl? Wasn't Renaissance, didn't that come out like 4 years ago? I mean, why are you talking about pop it like a thotty at 50? Okay, you need to talk about your marriage. No shade. Now, I know you did Lemonade, but you need to continue to talk about adult topics, because where are you twerking it like a thotty for? That's for the young hoes. You an old one. And I love Queen Bee. She's one of my favorite artists of all time. But I do have to give Camel Face 50,000 lashings for being a hypocrite. Now, I think this is definitely shade towards Champagne Thickums. And, Champagne Thickums announced his album, so Camel Face is trying to sabotage the rollout. He's seen Nicki on the charts, Champagne Thickums announcing an album and a tour coming. So Camel Face, of course, he gonna try to jump in and try to sabotage. That's what it's given. Now, in my opinion, I think Nicki's a much better writer than Champagne Thickums. And I think Champagne Thickums lost his writing credibility once it was revealed that he had ghostwriters. Okay? Once Meek Mill and DJ Drama and basically all the people that were against Drake at that time revealed that he has writers, I think he lost a lot of credibility. Okay? So that's why he's never going to be on these type of lists. But I do believe Camel Face is jealous of Young Money, and that's why he purposely gets them removed off the list. And then on top of that, allegedly, he is sabotaging Nicki Minaj. And that's one of the reasons why she didn't go top 10 for the Beauty and the Beat song. Allegedly, Beyonce and Camel Face don't understand why that song is doing so well in the charts since it came out, 14 years ago. And other songs that they have done haven't had this type of success. You don't see, Single Ladies or Formation or Crazy in Love doing these type of stats 14 years later, 20 years later, whatever you want to call it. So they're not happy about that. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. Allegedly, Megan Thee Stallion is thinking about taking legal action against Klay Thompson. Now, a lot of people think that Megan is going to sue Klay for emotional distress, which I don't think is going to go in her favor in court. But she is canceling her shows or her appearances on Broadway, which could help her emotional distress argument in court. And then also on top of that, remember, she had that little health scare. She can use that against him as well, saying that he was stressing her out and she got dehydrated because, she was so stressed about this relationship. So she can use that angle, but allegedly, she also feels like he was emotionally abusive towards her. And that's why she said that she had to deal with his terrible and horrible mood swings during basketball season. And she has receipts. So let me know how y'all feel about it. It could get real messy. I don't think she's going to win in court, though, because she couldn't even win against Milagro in court. Like, no shade. She got 50,000, with that Milagro case. I don't think Klay attorneys are going to fall for this one. And then on top of that, it's not like they was married. Now, if they were married, she might have a case. And actually, I think it's in North Carolina, if your partner cheats on you, but you have to be married. But if your partner cheats on you, you can take them to court. But she was not married, so she won't be able to use that. But allegedly, she's looking to see if she can take legal action against Klay, because she feels like he took advantage of her and her feelings. She has to pack her bags and move. That can also cause stress. A lot of her fans are saying that she put Klay Thompson on, so she feels like he used her, and now she has to pack her bags and leave after he cheated, so she's seeking legal action. Now, allegedly, Rihanna is saying that if ASAP the colorist ever cheats on her, then he will go broke, okay? Which I low-key believe. But it has been reported that allegedly, in regards to the cheating allegations that happened, I believe it was last month, but it was, an April Fool's joke and easily debunked within days, it did keep circulating. So allegedly, Rihanna is telling people behind the scenes that with her billion-dollar net worth and how Fenty is so big and how she's basically in a different tax bracket than ASAP, the colorist, if the rumors were ever true, that basically his career would be over. Okay, especially since Rihanna has a lot of pull in the fashion industry. And Camel Face is a gatekeeper. And remember what, Camel Face did to Chris Brown once Chris Brown put hands on Rihanna. His career has never been the same since. Chris Brown has acknowledged that publicly. And even though we know Camel Face is a serial cheater, I guess he doesn't like when people mistreat his side pieces. His artists, especially since at one moment in time, Rihanna was the princess of Devil Nation. Let me know how y'all feel about it. If it ever came out, I do feel like ASAP career would be over. It would. I think he gonna take a bigger hit than Klay Thompson. Klay not really gonna be affected by this. He's an athlete. Him and Megan weren't together long. Rihanna has 3 children with ASAP. He's been in interviews telling people that Rihanna is the love of his life. And, he wants to spend the rest of his life with Rihanna. They live together. So I definitely feel like it's going to affect his career way worse than Klay. Okay? You better hope and pray nothing ever comes out. Okay? Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat had a brief Instagram live. And she said that basically she wants to start streaming on Twitch more often and will set a stream schedule after tour. Okay? So when she's not touring or on the road, she's going to be streaming more. A lot of fans feel like Doja Cat is falling off and that's why she wants to be a streamer. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I also saw that she was sticking up for a streamer called Playboy Max. So a lot of people feel like because V flopped and, she's not doing the same numbers she did before, she's moving into her streamer phase. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't be shocked if, she became a full-time streamer, because at the end of the day, wasn't she in the Twitch chat rooms with them racist men? Okay, I think she likes doing the chat rooms, likes doing Twitch. It's her thing. I think that Doja Cat doesn't have any friends or outside activities that she can do. I don't think Doja Cat works out or goes for hikes. I don't think she has any friends. So she's not able to do anything outside of Twitch. So I'm not really shocked. I think that Doja Cat in the next 5 years, we may not be talking about her musically anymore. For Doja Cat, I think is kind of dead and gone for Doja. Now moving on from that, the best vocalists of all time by consequence of sound are Freddie Mercury, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Marvin Gaye, Robert Plant, Beyonce, Ella Fitzgerald, Mike Patton, Michael Jackson, HR. Okay? Now, a lot of people are saying the Queen of Christmas is missing off the list. I do somewhat agree, but I think it's the Queen of Christmas' fault because her vocals are not the same like they used to be. Okay, her voice not the same. It has changed. So I think people have noticed that. Beyonce's voice has not changed. Whitney, her voice did change, especially when she was on them drugs. So maybe it's because she died. They giving her homage, but everybody else, their voice has not changed drastically like Mariah's. And, Beyonce being on the list makes sense because she can sing live and dance. A lot of these artists cannot sing live and dance. Even Mariah, no shade, she be standing or walking and singing. Okay, and the vocals don't even be there half the time. She cannot sing like she used to, and that's why she didn't make the list. Now, The Sun shared that Beyonce will allegedly use her Met Gala appearance to present a new track that will be coming out in May. So Beyonce is coming. Now, Yvette, Beyonce's publicist, responded to a fan inquiring about music, and she said no album is coming, all rumors. But Yvette does have a history of lying. She did deny that there was a tour after Cowboy Carter, which there was, but she came in and said that it was not true. And then, unfortunately, it was reported that the Met Gala is struggling to sell tickets. Prices are allegedly coming down due to Beyonce being co-chairman. Designers aren't buying like they used to, and allegedly the demand is not there. So that's what it has been allegedly reported. In my opinion, I don't believe it. I think a lot of celebrities are probably going to go just to see Beyonce. I think some celebrities might boycott because there's certain political people that are involved in this year's Met Gala. But other than that, I don't think that people are going to boycott because of the Carters. I think it's more so to do with the fact that there's certain political people that are involved in the Met. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Joseline Hernandez and Zeus, and also Megan and Klay on Patreon. Link will be in the description. I hope you have a great day.